40 metros. Está llamando la Charlie 31 Yankee America.
Good early morning, and welcome to another Monday edition of Our Strange World. As darkness lingers beyond the window panes and the wind whispers of hidden truths, we journey once more into the depths of the paranormal, a place where logic falters, and the unknown stirs quietly in the corners of human understanding. Gwynedd ranks fourth for supernatural sightings across the sweeping hills and mist-shrouded lakes of Gwynedd. Tales of the unexplained echo like folklore reborn. A recent study mapping the UK's supernatural activity placed the Welsh county among the most haunted, with scores of residents reporting strange lights hovering over valleys and spectral figures drifting through old mining towns. From ghostly apparitions near abandoned chapels to tales of phantom coaches rolling down empty country lanes, Gwynedd's reputation has deepened. Locals say the veil between worlds is thinner here, and many avoid certain paths after dusk, believing that not all travellers on those roads are living. TfL to disclose ghost, spirit sightings in London transport the tunnels beneath London hum, not just with trains but with stories that seem older than the city itself. Transport for London's release of reports detailing alleged encounters has reignited fascination with the city's ghostly underground. Passengers have described cold currents of air that move against the wind, voices echoing on platforms long after the last service, and shadows that vanish as quickly as they appear. At stations like Aldwych and Bank, where wartime tragedies once played out, the idea of lingering spirits feels less like superstition and more like history refusing to rest. Uwe Bristol re-examines Pluckley's ghost lore. In the quiet Kentish village of Pluckley, where cottages lean close to narrow lanes, ghost stories are part of everyday life. Scholars from Uwe Bristol have revisited decades of reported hauntings, from the screaming man of the brickworks to the phantom highwayman, and sought to separate myth from memory. Their findings suggest that many sightings may be rooted in atmospheric illusions caused by mist, wind, and light refraction across the valley. Yet for every scientific answer, there remains a villager's testimony too vivid to ignore. A reminder that belief often lingers where certainty fades. Ghost Adventures returns in new season with intense investigations. The investigators of Ghost Adventures return once more, their cameras cutting through darkness as they explore America's most haunted places. This new season tack them to Casper Mountain, Wyoming, where witnesses have reported floating orbs and disembodied voices calling from pine forests. As the crew records electromagnetic fluctuations and eerie thermal images, tension builds between skepticism and faith. Each episode is less about proving ghosts exist than about capturing the human reaction to the unknown, fear, awe, and the unrelenting pull of curiosity. Paranormal investigation tour at Pitt Greensburg's Rossetti House. On a crisp October evening, investigators descended on the Rossetti House at Pitt Greensburg. Armed with EMF detectors and static charge sensors, they stepped carefully through corridors where past residents once whispered of footsteps and unseen presences. Witnesses described flickering lights and the faint sound of piano keys pressed by invisible hands. Whether Electroman, tick interference, or something older at play, the experience left participants shaken, united by the sense that something or someone was listening. Stage adaptation of Paranormal Activity. Heads for West End, the familiar terror of Paranormal Activity is finding new life on the stage, where the silence of an audience can feel more intimate than a movie screen. Reimagined for London's West End, the adaptation blurs boundaries between performance and possession, drawing audiences into the story's unsettling domestic haunting. Actors perform amid flickering lights and shifting shadows, as if the set itself were alive. Critics say it's not just a play, it's an invocation, a reminder that fear is most powerful when it feels close enough to touch. Haunted houses and ghost hunts expand in the UK across Britain. The appetite for ghost hunting has grown into a full-fledged phenomenon. Old prisons, manor houses, and abandoned asylums now open their doors to the curious and the brave, offering midnight tours and vigils by candlelight. Participants often describe sudden chills, untraceable whispers, and the electric tension of standing in absolute dark. Whether tourism or true encounter, the shared experience transforms disbelief into wonder, a moment where history seems to breathe again. Ancient Ram Inn, England's most haunted building, continues to draw interest. In the village of Wotton-under-Edge stands the ancient Ram Inn, its crooked beams and sagging roof heavy with centuries of legend. Visitors speak of a crushing atmosphere upon entry, as if unseen eyes watch from the rafters. Paranormal researchers have reported spikes in temperature, objects moving unaided and faint. Cries from the attic said to be the echoes of forgotten rituals. No matter how many explanations skeptics offer, the inn endures as a symbol of England's ghostly heritage, a place where every creak tells an unfinished story. True haunting documentary series to premiere on Netflix streaming platforms have become modern campfires for ghost stories, and True Haunting promises to be one of the most compelling yet. Produced by James Wan, the series combines real witness accounts with dramatizations that tread the fine line between fact and fear. Each episode explores a different haunting, from suburban homes to historical landmarks, illuminating how belief in spirits continues to thrive in an age of reason. The result is less a scare show than a meditation on why humans still seek meaning in what they cannot explain. UK's most haunted house sells after years on market for more than a decade. The small cottage known as the Cage in St Osai stood unsold, its reputation keeping buyers at bay. Once a medieval prison and later a home to witch trial victims, the property was said to echo with sobs and sudden cold drafts. Now, under new ownership, restoration has begun, though local law insists that no renovation can silence what lingers there. The sale marks not just a real estate victory, but another chapter in Britain's long affair with haunted history. As the final echoes of these stories fade, we are left with the quiet realization that the paranormal is less about proof than about presence. Whether in the flicker of light on an empty stair or the chill of an unseen hand, something continues to remind us that mystery endures. Thank you for joining this Monday's journey through our strange world. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind just a little ajar.